All right, guys, welcome to the Gadsden-Rainbow City Coach Ollie Smith show. We're here with Gadsden City head coach Ollie Smith, and this show is brought to you by Allie's Carpet. Go check those guys out for all your carpet and flooring needs. Coach Smith coming off another tough loss against a preloaded Thompson team last week. What was your message to the team going into that game?
The message was to compete at a high level and just play every play at one play at a time and just stay competitive throughout the contest. And some things we did, some things we didn't. We couldn't turn the football over. We turned the football over. We couldn't make mistakes defensively, and we made mistakes. And when you make a mistake, they don't make you pay for it.
Yeah, definitely. Those guys were as good as advertised. It's one of those things you don't, until you see it in person, they're good, very well coached. Despite the score Thursday night, one thing I did notice, the defense, I noticed they made some plays on the quarterback. They were able to get to the backfield and hit him up a couple times. Talk about the play of defense throughout the night.
Yeah, the defense did a good job, but we gave up too many big third and longs and stuff. So as we call it, our money downs, we didn't capitalize in on the money on those downs. We were able to get some pressure on those. We know they have a slide side on up front. They have a man protection on the other. We gave them a little trouble with coming with some of our defensive backs on stunts and different things. So that helped us a little bit, but we just didn't capitalize and finish when we thought we could. But played for pretty well overall. But the score don't indicate everything. It's just big plays,
Exactly.
big explosive plays that we couldn't eliminate.
Exactly. Going into this final stretch of two games, what are some of the things you talk to the guys about going into these last games?
The biggest thing for us, there's no moral victories, but if you're a reflection of your coaches, ain't no dang quarters on our coaching staff. We got a good staff and our coaches work their tails off.
Right.
And what I told our players, and I said these coaches spend a lot of time away from their families and putting in good plans. Just give you an opportunity to be successful. Not about the coaches, but about yourself.
Right.
And give yourself an opportunity to be successful and compete. We would need a little help, but we need to win out these last two ball games. We win out these last two ball games. Get a little help in the region. We could be a fourth place seed,
right,
and have an opportunity to show that we got some little talent. We had some injuries that have hitters. We had to pull some guys out because of some medical conditions and different things, and so that's hurt us a little bit. But we're not where we want to be, but we're not off from where we're trying to go.
Right. And I and a lot of people have definitely seen that this year. Hats off to you and the coaching staff and the players, because everybody has just raved about how well you guys played this year. Going into this week, you got Hewitt-Trussville coming. You're going to Hewitt-Trussville tomorrow night, which will be tonight when this drops. This game has kind of developed into a rivalry, and I did some searching and I realized that Gadsden City and Trussville have played each other 15 times, and Gadsden City and Oxford played 16 times. So a lot of people, they may not think of it as a rivalry, but having the history between these two teams, playing in the regular season, then some years you're playing again in the playoffs. Talk to us about that rivalry and how it's kind of developed over the years.
It has been some very interesting contests with us and Hewitt. The one thing about us, Hewitt, Oxford, we've always played, whether it's ninth grade, JV, varsity. Some years we don't get to play Trussville at varsity, but we'll still play in ninth and JV.
Right.
So, our kids are familiar with them, and as well as their kids being familiar with us. And, over the years, it turned into a little knockdown drag out with us and Hewitt. Yeah. And we expect it to be a big battle here tomorrow night.
Yeah, I've noticed that because, some years, going into that game, the years when Gadsden City may be the most talented team, and Trussville's the underdogs. Trussville ends up pulling the upset, and vice versa. It's going to work both ways. So this game, you really never know what's going to happen.
Oh man, because our kids get after each other, and that's the message we talk to our kids about all week. We're going to finish, and our kids, if they're going to be out there, they're going to wear that uniform. They're going to compete like they should.
Right. Good deal. Speaking of Trussville, they've got a running back down there. He's got a lot of attention this year. Money Goodwin, I think is his name. Talk to us about how you kind of plan to slow him down some and kind of get Trussville out of their game plan as far as running the ball.
What we need to do is tackle and tackle well, wrap up, and then everybody needs to get into the football. And that's what we've shared with our guys. If not, it's going to be a very long night for us. And so we've talked to our guys about that since starting on Sunday for correction film and things like that. Our kids need to make sure they understand we got to tackle this guy, and we got to put those red helmets on.
Right. Because I think if you can get a stop on him, the little bit I've seen from Trussville, they don't really have much of a passing game. So I think if you can, wrap him up and stop him, you give yourself a pretty good chance.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We feel like that we can get these guys. A lot of teams can go into trying to get them in a lot of third and long, second and long plays. We have an opportunity. So and that's the thing. But we got to finish on the money down.
Exactly. Speaking of Trussville, what's some of the things you've seen from them on the defensive side of the ball?
Defensively, their front is very good. They have a linebacker that sits in there and he likes to play football. He really likes to play football. He gets after it. They whole interior front, they do a good job. But we want to see if our front guys can be up for the challenge and let's see what they'll kill and move football. We feel very good about the young running back that we have back there. And we want to just see the challenge. We need to get him involved in the game early and often and keep him very well in tune, and let's don't forget about him.
Right. CJ, he's a monster stop. All right, before we wrap this up, I'm gonna let you give a moment. Talk to the Gadsden City community.
The biggest thing for Gadsden City, our community, we need to stay vigilant with our kids and our team, and that's what we're trying to build. We're trying to build a program. Speaking to Coach Freeman the other night after before the Thompson game, when he first took over that place, they didn't do very well.
Right.
They didn't look where they're at now.
Right.
But it's very well groomed as far as the community, the city government, the parents, everybody. They travel well, they do a lot of things. And when you have 100 and something players and you go on the road, you expect more than 25 people in the stands on the business side.
Right.
So we all have a role to play when we're trying to build a program. If we want to continue with a football team and just keep complaining about, the bad and not the good, well, that's what we'll do. But if we want to have a big program moving forward, we need to all get involved and find out what's going on and how you can help in other ways. And Gas is a great place to be. And as some of the coaches we play said, they call it a gold mine. Well, we could be a gold mine, but we got other things we got to do. And we're excited about moving forward in the future. We're excited about tomorrow's night opportunity to get a chance to compete and move forward. Hopefully we will have a good crowd.
Good deal. Coach, I appreciate it. And we're going to have one more episode next week before the Vestavia game. And the football guys work in our favor. Maybe we can continue on through the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Exactly right.
But we got to take care of business on the field first. All right, guys, this is the Coach Ali Smith Show, brought to you by Kia, Rainbow City, and Gadsden. Brought to you by Alice Carpet. And we'll see you guys next week.